Hello everyone and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Yep, this is my first ever YouTube video, and from now my YouTube journey starts. I'm gonna create too much content on YouTube in like this month, next month. Like all the contents are ready. Just have to create the videos and publish it now. For now, let us focus on today's topic. So today the topic of our video is learn how to use Capacitor.js using Next.js. So what is Capacitor.js? First of all, Capacitor.js is a service, it can be called as a package, it can be called as anything. It's a company which helps us create our web platform, like maybe a React.js app, a Next.js app, a Vue.js app, or maybe any app. Even there is a Tailwind CSS also included. So convert that up to a mobile application like an Android mobile or iOS mobile, a PWA app, anything you want to create, right? Basically, it converts your web application to the mobile application that you can use to publish on the Google Play, maybe Apple Store, maybe, or anywhere you want, right? So why do we need that? So normally when we code like in old ways, firstly we code for the web app, then we have to separately code for our Android app, then separate for the iOS app. It like a very long. It takes like very long, and also sometimes it is frustrating, right? We all know that. But now we have a solution. We can directly convert our app with just like 2-3 commands of code. 2-3 commands, it will be done. So without wasting any time, let us start by creating a normal React.js app, and then I will convert it to an Android. I'm gonna only convert it to an Android. I will tell you how to convert it for iOS. I can't do that because I don't have a Mac PC right now. Because if I will be able to convert it also, I won't be able to run it, right? Because I don't have a MacBook here. I am using Windows and Android for today's video. Okay, so let me share my screen. I think you guys can see my screen, right? Let me check if you are able to see my screen. Yeah, you guys are able to see my screen. So this is a test I have already created, but I am gonna create one more Next.js app in front of you. I will do npx create next app. No, not this way. Yeah, create next app. And then it will ask me the name of the app. Let me just zoom it a bit. Okay, I think you guys can see it. Okay, yep. So what should be my app name? I'm gonna name it like Capacitor test, maybe. Let's do Capacitor.test. I'm not gonna use TypeScript in this video. ASLint, yep. Tailwind, yep. SRC, okay, no problem. App router, yep. And no, nothing to be customized. I'm just gonna create a normal app. Let's give it some time, and then I will be back again. So yeah, our Next.js app is already created. Let us go back to the file explorer, click it. I will open it with code. You can directly go and type code dot and it will automatically open that up. But for now, I'm just gonna do yes, I trust the author because I am the author. And now, so the first thing that you want to do is go to your Next.js, next config.mjs file, and just add here output as export. Yep, export. This is for Next.js 14. And if you're using like older versions, maybe you don't need to add this stuff. You can directly run next export and it will work fine. But for the 14 and so on, you have to they have removed the command called next export. So you have to add the output as export here, and then you have to just run next run build, of course. So sorry, next build, not okay. npm run build command, and you can enter it out, and it is gonna take us like 1 minute maybe. So yeah, here the next build is completed, and here you can see there's one more folder called out. So this is what the next export do like in the previous versions, but now we can directly just add output as export, and then run the next build, and it is gonna give us this folder. So this is the main folder which we are gonna use for creating the apps for Android and iOS. Okay, so after next build there is the dependency get you, sorry, I'm pronouncing this too much wrong, dependency, I don't know how to what happened bro, this dependency which is called, let me install npm I slash dev, yeah, it should be a dev dependency, and it is like, it is named like at the rate capacitor cap, sorry, let me see the spelling, capacitor slash cli. Okay, so you will install capacitor slash cli. I will put enter, press enter. Let's see how much time it takes. It's not gonna take too much long, I think so. Okay, so it is installed now. Now the next command which we will run is npx cap initialization, to be honest, sorry, not to be honest, initialization to be precise. So firstly it is gonna ask your app name, so you can give any name. For now I am gonna give Capacitor Peitor test, the same as my Next.js app. You just press enter now. Okay, now one thing that you will notice is there is a new file created, capacitor.config.ts file. You will open that up, and there is one thing that you have to change here. You just have to change the web DRR to out, not to be public. Okay, out, why? Because as you can see, the folder which was created by Next.js was named as out, right? Now the next thing which you have to do is install some more things, some more dependencies, sorry. So I will do npm install. I will just like make it a bigger terminal, npm install, and for the first thing is capacitor slash core. Then the second one is capacitor slash android, yeah, Android. And if you want to make it for iOS, you can install at the rate capacitor slash iOS. Yep, so I'm gonna install all three, but I'm not gonna create for the iOS right now. Okay, let me see how much time it takes, or I will need to just cut it up. No problem in that. Yeah, it didn't take too much long. Okay, nice, good. So now we have set up everything. Now is the time to create the app. Now you will see how easy it is to create an app with Capacitor.js. Just you have to run one command, npx cap add android, yep, Android, and it is this command only is gonna create your full Android app. Yep, I'm saying truth, just it like add, update, and done. Now you can see an Android folder already come up here. You can check all the files, and you can now run this thing in your Android Studio. I'm gonna run this up in like future, like after this like in 10 minutes maybe. No, not 10 minutes, only 5 minutes I'm gonna run this. But before that, I'm gonna show you one more thing for creating for Android iOS. The same command, just go above, copy that command, and instead of Android, just write iOS and press enter. And again, it is gonna take like a maybe less than a 1 minute, also like 20 seconds maybe. Yeah, in 20 seconds it has created one more folder named as iOS, and you can run this iOS in your Mac or Xcode. It is gonna run 100% fine. But now how to run the app in Android Studio with command only. Okay, I'm just gonna use command, no need to open anything. Just make sure you have already installed your Android Studio in your PC. Now I'm gonna just use npx the npx, okay, let me see, npx cap, and then we are gonna write open Android, and we will press enter. It's gonna open. the Android app in my Android Studio. Let me just close some things up because my Android Studio is gonna blow up then. Okay, opening Android project at Android, no problem. You can see my hands are here. I have the phone. I will tell you why I have the phone, but my hands are here and it is already opening. It is automatically opening. Just have to click it here. Okay, I just trust the project, of course, because I have built that. Let it take some time. I'm just gonna open my mobile. I will tell you why I'm opening this up. So now it will take a bit longer in Android because my PC is not having like a good specs. So you can just like, I don't know if you are able to see. Yeah, here you see it is showing building. You can click it up and it will build the app. Like, it can take up to like 10 to 20 minutes. Please wait for that. Okay, so I think it got completed in like pretty good amount of time. Like it just took me like 5 minutes to complete. I was thinking it is gonna take me 10 to 20 minutes. I was wrong, I think. So after the completing, like you can see there is no processes going on here. Now you just have to, what you have to do is just gonna click on this run app button. Yep, just click on that. And I'm not gonna run on the Android simulator because it won't be handled by my computer. I'm gonna use a separate mobile phone for that. I've just connected it with my Android Studio. If you want to know how to connect, you can comment down below. I will explain you, or I will create a video on that. But right now I'm not gonna explain you how to connect your Android Studio with your physical mobile phone. Okay. So yeah, you can see there is loading and also it is building the app here. So it can take a small amount of time, but let's wait because the wait is gonna be worth it, 101%. Okay. So yeah, I think we have completed. You guys can see my screen. It is now launching our app, and for this, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna share the screen. Obviously, I will go to device manager up over here, and I'm just gonna open this up here, and I will just pop it out. And just let me open that up. Yeah. You guys see this app? This is nothing else. I'm just gonna get everything out and I will just go up here and I'm gonna again run the app. Okay, I will just go up here. I will do again running the app. I will just make it a bigger. And like you guys can see again, now you can see it is automatically loading up in my mobile phone. And you guys can see here, I don't know if you guys can see the screen or not. Yeah, this is the app. And now the problem what you are gonna face with that is if you edit your Next.js app, you have to again build it up and again it will be optimized and again. But that is what we don't want. We want a live update option, right? Live reload option. So you guys can see my screen. I will just close it up. I will go to my code editor, VS Code, obviously. Now with just 2-3 lines of code, you are gonna get a live reload also. So we are gonna go to capacitor.config.ts file. I will just add a comma. Now I have to add one more thing, that is server, then colon, then like object. Then inside that object you have to give two things. First is the URL, then second is clear text true. So URL will not be localhost, obviously URL will be your IP address. So add your IP address. My IP address is 198. I just had to check. Let me see what my IP address is. I've just created that over here. Yeah, this is my IP address. So yeah, my local IP address is 192.168.29.26, and then we have to go to the port 3000. Obviously, we are going to run on port 3000. Now you will just save the app and run one command that is called npx cap sync, sync. Sync means it is gonna sync your Next.js app or a React.js app or any app to the Android build folder, and it will automatically update the Android app also, Android and iOS app again. So just run and npx cap sync. It is gonna take like a 3 to 5, not 3 to 5, maybe less than a minute, like a 20-second task it is. And you will again run npm run dev now, run npm run dev, and if you are gonna run the dev environment, you are gonna see the same thing in your Android app. I will just open the Android. I will just close the previous one, the previous running thing, and I'm just gonna open my mobile phone here. I think you guys can see my mobile phone here. Let me see if you guys can. Okay, you guys can see my mobile. Oh no. Let me see if this is running. Okay, this is running. I'm just gonna click on run button. It is now, you can see building. Just give it like a okay, now I think it is gonna come up or not. Okay, in my mobile phone it is showing up. I don't know why it is not showing the screen. Let me see. It is connecting. Yeah, it is gonna take a bit, like a 1-2 minutes. Okay, let me remove. Yeah, you can see it is now live. Now how to check is it live or not, live reloading or not. Let me open this up here, and I will just open this VS Code here. I will just do this, and this is the app. Now I will just small it up, and I will go to the app and then page.js, and here let me just small the code up, and here what I will do is just say like change a bit of code. Okay, so where it is written this get started by editing this file, I'm just gonna do hello world. Now see, when I will click Control S save, 1 2 and yeah 3, in 3 seconds it is updated. I can just change this line. I can remove if this line I don't want. Yeah, hello world coming up great way. And if I even change the text, maybe text to maybe let's say like 5XL, let's say. Yeah, the 5XL text is also there. So you can change anything up in app live. Now, yeah, you guys can see we already made our Next.js Android app. Yeah, we are using Next.js for our Android app. Yep, you can do anything. So at last I want to mention one more thing, that we also have something called plugins inside Capacitor.js. If you guys want a video on that, I'm gonna make that surely possible. You guys just comment down below if you want a video on that. Also, what will happen if I make the video on that, why the plugins are there. So plugins are for sharing the app. You guys see that sharing pop-up coming up, Android or iOS, you can use that. You can use camera, you can use anything. Ignore that closing of my mobile phone, because my mobile phone has a very low screen timeout. No problem with that. So yeah, we can now end our video. Thank you so much guys for watching. We'll meet in the next video. I don't know when it's gonna come. I don't even know when I'm gonna upload this video. Goodbye guys, thank you so much.